Wealth and Wisdom is brought to you by the Johannesburg Stock Exchange.
Welcome to Wealth and Wisdom, where we discuss ways of preserving your family and your wealth into future generations, or even just creating some wealth. So with me tonight is Greg Kanglius from Vunani Private Clients, and he is a serious trader on the ALSI, and he's going to tell us some of his ways of making money in this market on a daily basis. He's got a lot of experience, been trading the ALSI for more than 14 years, so he's going to be giving us some of his tips and inside scoop on how to do it. Welcome to the show, Greg.
Thanks, sir.
So, Greg, we were saying in our previous episode that we were saying that you've got to look at the trends, and as a retail guy, a trend following stance is probably safer. I mean, why is that?
Well, you cannot change the market. If you don't have the clout to change the market, you might as well jump on the bandwagon. So where the money is going, that's where you need to be. So if the market is moving down, sell the market. If the market is turning and going up, you got to turn and move with the market.
So some of the techniques we look at, I mean, it's there's the trend following ones. We're looking at support resistance. We're looking at different ways of identifying it. So I've got quite an interesting graph here that I pulled up from Bloomberg. Now it's quite fun stuff because Bloomberg does this. This is a back test functionality. It shows you what trading strategies have worked and which haven't. So you can see with the back test, we've got trades long 2, short 3, total 5, wins 2, total 4. So you can see there, and the P&L is 23.86 from the longs, 10.5 from the shorts, and 34.36 in total. So this is the best strategy, and it's a trading envelope strategy. So how does a trading envelope strategy work? It's kind of what I think you were talking about. It's those moving averages. I mean, you can see there at the top, you sell because there's resistance. And at the bottom, you buy because there's support. I mean, it's pretty simple. You're trying to pick the top and the bottom, and it identifies the channel for you by using some sort of, it's basically a complicated moving average, an upper bound and a lower bound. And you can see the market moving in that envelope. And that envelope's getting sort of narrower and narrower. So what does that mean when your upper bound and your lower bound are getting narrower and narrower over time?
Well, it means that the market is now coming to a stage where they're uncertain or there isn't volatility in the market. As the volatility decreases, so that range will become shorter and shorter. The sellers will sell earlier, the buyers will buy earlier,
and it just compresses that trading range. Yeah, right. I mean, that's what we're in at the moment. I'm seeing really low volatilities, which is kind of bad if you're a day trader or a swing trader, because you want a bit more volatility because it means you can make more money.
That's correct. Yeah, the greater the volatility within a day, and volatility being the movement to peak and to its low, the greater a day trader can make money. What we are seeing currently is a consolidation period, but we are starting to break out of consolidation.
Okay. So Greg, we've got a chart here, and this is one of the sort of types of charts you would use. What is this chart all about? What is it telling us?
Well, this is a 10-minute, 10-day chart, and it's here to illustrate the volatility that you will find in the market on a daily basis. You'll notice the market is pretty choppy, moving up and down, but it's trending slowly upwards and trying to break the highs. What we can see in this chart are just basic moving averages or crossover moving averages that can be a signal for buying or selling. Taking profit. So
which moving averages do you like using? Because I mean, a moving average, what is a moving average? A moving average is just a bunch of the prices, the closing prices or prices, snapshots of a certain time period, averaged out over time, and then that should tell you the trend. So it'll say the average price for the last month was, you can do that with a 20-day or a 22-day moving average, because only the 22 trading days, so that's your month. Then you've got an average price for the year, that shows you what all the prices for the year, you just average them out. That's a moving average. And then as the trade happens, it moves up and down. So what are the main ones you like to look at, the main time snapshots?
Being an intraday trader, I look at tighter numbers. This being a 10-minute bar chart or candlestick chart, I look at a 12-minute a 12 minutes and a 5-minute crossover.
So 12 minutes and 5 minutes, and then you say, hang on, if the 5-minute average is crossing the 12-minute average,
12.
I know it's going down or it's going up, and then I've got
There's a
enough
change.
of a, there's a change, there's a sea change in the ALSI.
Yeah.
Problem is you don't want to get caught on those 30-second ones, you know, and that's also why maybe for some guys you should think about trading the ALMI, you know, rather than the ALSI. You know, because I found, you know, myself when I occasionally sort of take a little trade here and there in the ALSI or the ALMI, I get quite nervous sometimes with an ALSI. You know, it's 310,000 rand of exposure. You're like, whew, your heart's beating, and you tend to make silly mistakes. So rather switch to a level you're comfortable at.
Yeah. If you want to trade a little bit, if you want to trade on a discount basis, if you want to call it, the ALMI is 10 times or a tenth of the ALSI.
So it's a bit more manageable. You know,
It
it's
is
31,000 rand of
Correct.
exposure per trade as opposed to 310, and you're not sort of sitting there scricking at every move.
And every point is only 1 rand compared to 10 rand on an ALSI.
Good to know.
if-
Good to know for the guys out there
Yeah.
how to manage their risk.
Yeah.
So with me is Greg Kanglius from Vunani Private Clients. After the break, we're going to be right back with some more inside scoop on how to time your trading in and out in this ALSI contract.
JSE Safex style options, a great choice.